Howdy folks, Nathan, Roman, and Case behind the camera are going on a road trip. And Roman's not really here, just in spirit. He's in Japan right now. This is the Toyota Prius Prime. It's the XSE version. So it's the most expensive and heaviest. And it has a certain range that we're gonna try to match doing mixed driving here in Colorado, all using its electrical power. That's right, because if we tried to use its overall range, it would be like 550 miles. But in this case, we're aiming for a little over 40 miles if everything goes well. And what we're trying to do is duplicate the amount of miles I use on a commute, because I commute from Aurora, Colorado to Boulder, Colorado, which is over 40 miles. But I'm not taking you to Aurora because you don't want to go there, trust me. So we have another place to go to. So coming up, we're going to take this vehicle on the route heading the other direction, and we're going to be using nothing but electricity. Okay, as you guys can see, EV driving ratio 100%, time lapse 1 minute, and we are about to take off. We have 100% charge in the battery. We're only using the battery, and essentially what we're going to try to do is we have a 50-mile loop, and as we're driving, we're going to try to get to that point where maybe we can get 50 miles out. And the reason why we might be able to do it is because we're not just doing highway. We're doing a mixture of highway and county road driving. So that might, using the regenerative braking, give us a little bit more mileage. So we'll see. All right, so a couple things you guys should know. First of all, this is not as fast as it looks. It's a good vehicle. It's like 220 horsepower combined. So we've taken it to the track and we've actually managed to beat on it a little bit and have some fun. And it moves well in traffic, especially when it's in regular hybrid mode and you're using both powertrains. It hauls. In the regular electric mode, it's not fast, but it does what it's supposed to do. And the cool thing is, right now I'm going, this is a 75 mile per hour stretch. I'm going 75 miles per hour. It's all in electric mode. Now, a lot of hybrids, plug-in hybrids, tend to force the vehicle, once it gets past a certain speed, to kick on the gas engine in order to maintain charge. In this case, it lets you go all the way down, and then when you're at the very bottom and there's only a little bit left in terms of the battery, then it'll kick into the gas engine, which is what we're basically trying to do. We're trying to get to that point. Wow, that is pretty. There it is. Right, okay. So we've done 20 miles now in all battery, just electric mode. The update so far is that the car is at 52%. So 20 miles, 52%. Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at 40 miles, it's really looking like that's exactly what we're going to get out of this. What the big surprise is going to be is how the car reacts. Will it just fire up the engine? Will there be a warning coming up saying, hey, you're about to run out of juice? I honestly do not know. Our Boulder studio to the ranch and back is about 51 miles. And I don't think we're going to manage to do that. We're going to get to the ranch, no problem, in all battery, right, all electric. But getting back is going to be interesting. All right, funny thing about this car, this is, as I mentioned, the XSE, which means that it's got a lot of extra goodies in it and on it. In it, meaning, of course, the interior is upgraded with fake leather, which is, by the way, quite comfortable, I think, and it's nicely stitched and everything else. Power seats, they're heated and cooled, and, of course, these giant 19-inch wheels. All of this makes the car heavier, meaning that it's less efficient. If you want a more efficient vehicle with better range, you actually get, I believe it's the LE, and that will get you better range. Check this out. Doesn't have this. This, oh yeah. That will give you, according to Toyota, up to 1,000 miles extra per year with range. This thing could technically sit outside and get power to the main battery. A lot of vehicles that actually have solar embedded somewhere, it's only to charge up the little 12 volt which runs accessories. But in this case, this actually goes to the main battery, which is 13.6 kilowatt hours, I think. Not very big, but I mean, you've got this. I think that's super cool. Why don't all electric vehicles have solar like on their roof and trunk and stuff? It's crazy. Come on back here, speaking of trunks. No wiper in the back because aerodynamics matter, but you do have a hatchback. This is a hatchback just like the old Prius, but remember I was talking about the design, how swoopy it is? That's where there's a problem, because as cool as it looks, and I think it looks outstanding, it's not as roomy, nor does it have as much cargo space as the previous Prius. So you're paying a little bit for a better looking car. Okay, we are at 10% now. We've done 35.9 miles. We might make it on one charge. I'm not going slow on purpose. This is, once again, why this is mixed driving. We're going through these areas where you have to slow down to 25 or 30 miles per hour. But the car's been behaving great. It's been acting like an electric car. Totally perfect range for people who are doing regular commutes and want to do it using electricity only. Here's a good thing. My best friend, he gets free electricity at his office. So his electric car, goes over there, plugs it in, free power. If you think about it, he's saving an awful lot of money when he's commuting for work. So a vehicle like this would be even better because you've got the gas engine. All right, we're down to 1%. Now, according to this graph here, we are still using the battery, and it's even talking about solar and stuff like that, but it's the power that's going to the wheels is still all electric. Now, let me shift through here to show you. We've done 39.9 miles. We are at highway speeds. I'm going just under the highway speed right now. Traffic isn't fast. Up, and it just switched. There it is, right there. At exactly 40 miles. What a trip. So it made it 40 miles on the dot. It may be pre-programmed or something like that. Now, I know for a fact that most vehicles that are electric or plug-in electric, in this case, have a reserve in the battery. And the whole purpose of that is so you don't lose any performance. In other words, the battery still has power in it. And it may be even 10% of its capacity that's still in there and will always be in there. That way there's not a major drop off when you get to, in my case, 0. If you look there in the battery, it's just dash, dash, dash. There is no percentage, and that's because I've used up all of the juice. So there we go, 40 miles of mixed driving, a lot of highway-ish type driving, but there's some other stuff. With this vehicle, 40 miles exactly. All electric. Interesting thing, remember I was telling you how this vehicle has to maintain some of the power in its battery as reserve? Well, I noticed that every time you put it in reverse, it only runs an EV. So, kind of interesting. I didn't know that. I looked it up, and I'm not the only person who figured that out. Okay, let's plug her in. And I believe from empty on a level 2, there we go, about 4 hours for maximum charge. Thanks for joining me. Case, thank you, behind the camera. It was fun and terribly boring because I'd much rather it would be going fast. I'll see you next time.